Hey folks, Justin from Tackle Tactics. Stay tuned to today's video. Today, Andrew Schrodter and I are going to take you out chasing summer whiting on yabbies, getting back to basics, and we'll talk you through the gear, the techniques, and the areas that we're fishing for whiting. Alright folks, so before we head out and chase a whiting, I thought I might talk a little bit through the gear and pumping of yabbies, and also keeping those yabbies overnight tonight so that they're ready to go in the morning. So in terms of combos, if you've watched any of my bait videos, you'll know that I love fishing the Okuma Barbarian rods. They've got beautiful soft tips, UFR tip, which is 3 times the strength and lifting power of a standard rod blank, but that nice soft tip, that bait fishing action of that rod. And that Barbarian with a jaw on, Okuma jaw, makes a really inexpensive combo to get into bait fishing. People have loved that rod so much though that they wanted an upgraded version of that rod. They wanted a more specky one, and this is why we're going bait fishing today, because we want to have a play with these new Barbarian Pros. So that's the Okuma Barbarian Pro. Those beautiful same bait fishing actions, that really nice soft tip with that UFR technology in the tip, but these are upgraded in terms of the finish. So where that rod's black and white, you'll see this is a couple of shades of blue on the rod, looks very nice. Got that skeleton reel seat, tapered grips, which reduces the weight of the rod. Beautiful, comfortable, light rod to fish with. And also upgraded guides, so there's sea guide guides on this rod as well. So an upgrading guides, a beautiful look, nice light blue tip, and these guys go through in a range from 7 foot to 11 foot 6. We've done the Pro in those 7 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot 6 models. So Barbarian Pro, absolutely beautiful. Because that rod's a bit flasher, I've stepped up the reel to the Okuma Epixor. And one of the key things when you are fishing bait is get decent mono for your reel. You don't want it to be wiry and coming off like a slinky or twisting and tangling. So I've got Platypus Pulse mono on those. So I've got around that 8 pound, 10 pound line on those combos. So that's pretty good. We've got our rods pretty much ready to go. We also need to talk about bait. So this afternoon, Andrew Schrodter and Emmett, his son, came to pump yabbies with me, and we went down to pump yabbies, and I thought I'd just give you a few tips on yabby pumping before we get out there and chase some whiting. So firstly, we want to get off that hard white sand, away from that dry sort of sand, off the edges where it sort of drops away a bit, and you'll find lots of yabby holes, and that ground's softer, often a bit darker, and a lot more water in that area. And that makes it easier to pump, and also a lot more productive to pump there. So when I pump yabbies, I like to look for a stack of holes, and I'll put the pump this side, so I'm pumping back in towards those holes. So the first pump, I push it in a fair way as I pull the handle back, and I take out what I call the plug. So there's often a firm section of sand or mud at the top that I call the plug. We pop that plug out, and after that we're pumping nice soft watery sand that's got a lot of yabbies in it, hopefully. So we'll go down 3 or 4 times, we'll go down to the length of that pump and pump out those yabbies. And kids love pumping yabbies, they're great fun, and they're also excellent bait because a lot of different species eat them. So we pumped our yabbies. We got some fresh water out of the salt there. We filled up the bucket with clean water. So we had a nice clean bucket of water for the yabbies, and we also brought another bucket of water up with us to take home. When we get home, to keep the yabbies overnight, I've found the best way to do it is in a plastic tub, and I'll sit it on a couple of bricks. So it sits like a swimming pool. It has a deep end and it has a shallow end. So at the shallow end, there's almost no water, and this allows the yabbies to get up into the shallows and have a break from being in the deeper water, and they survive much better overnight. Keep them in a cool place, keep them out of any sort of weather and that sort of thing, in a cool place in the shade, and they'll keep well overnight. In the morning, we just get up, we grab the yabbies, we put them into the clean bucket of water that we've got there, and that'll keep them nice and lively until we get to where we're fishing and that sort of thing. And then throughout the day, we'll change the yabby water to keep them nice and fresh and lively, so that, yep, they stay nice and firm, and the fish really, really love eating them, that's for sure. So good fun. So we've got our gear rigged, we've got our yabbies. Stay tuned. Tomorrow morning we're going to get out and we're going to chase ourselves a few nice big summer whiting for a feed. Fish on.
There we go. First drop. First lure, not lure, first bait. A bit different this morning. And we've got ourselves not the target species.
Micro brim, there we go. I'll capture that on camera. First yabby in the water.
I am the brim lord.
Beautiful morning on the water, just fishing a few yabbies. nice,
relaxing.
still start to the day. So we'll see if we can upgrade that one for a few nice whiting.
Yep, that would be great. A little yabby, just feeding it in through the back there. Bring him up. Make sure he follows the hook, and there you go.
Alrighto, here we go. We just got a Longshank hook there, so in through the tail of the yabby, just follow the hook, and then we'll just put the point of the hook into the head there. We've just got a 10-pound leader on here just in case we get a flatty. Small swivel and a running ball sinker. That sinker running up and down the line means the fish don't feel the resistance when they pick up the bait, and we can feel those bites getting transferred through the line. Just going to put this one out this side a little bit. Right where that stingray is there.
Feels like a whiting. Oh no, it's another little brim.
Oh mate. One thing you can do if you find yourself getting stuck into a few of those guys is to just wait it out a little bit and then maybe move. They can be here in plague proportions at times. Let's get ourselves another yab.
And it might be
Do you
just that little bit more depth might be pay.
here's a conversation for you. Do you leave the claw on or take the claw off?
I take the claw off.
I also take the claw off. I'm going to leave this one on just for something different, but my theory is that it's easier for the fish to eat. But I do have some mates who say that if you leave the claw on, you get more big fish because it intimidates the smaller fish. I don't know if that's true. Sorry mates with that theory.
Yep, got him.
Got him.
Yep. Oh, that actually feels a little bit better. Hoping we got a whiting this time.
Sometimes those subtle bites, eh,
Yeah,
can be a decent fish.
I'd be very happy, but I don't know.
Looks like a little brim.
Oh, it's a brim.
Great fun for little, like getting the kids out and that, catching a few of them, eh?
Oh, what a monster.
A little tail line.
Yeah.
2 species on the yabby, straight up. A couple little brim and a little tail line.
Lame.
Looking to upgrade. Hey, there we go.
Oh, that's
better. That's what we like to see.
That was up in the shallower water.
Yeah.
Still not sure though. It's running out.
Certainly smacked it.
Oh, that feels like a whiting. It is a whiting.
Yes. Buckle up. There we go. Target acquired.
Oh, look at that.
That's a nice one. Beautiful one.
Come back in here and get out of the boat. Now that's what we come for. Beautiful summer whiting.
That
So,
Longshank hook's
that
perfect for their mouth, eh?
Yep, I'll just flip him over.
They just suck that yabby in.
So that was thrown up in a little bit of a shallow water there. Fishing in the flow. And that's exactly what we're after.
Perfect. Now you're going to send him back.
Send him straight back into the esky.
Tasty critters, those guys. Beautiful. Cracker start to the morning. Nice whiting.
He nearly got back.
Nice
But,
whiting. Beautiful.
He'd settle down and get a good look at him. So that's about 30 centimetres, and they're the good eating ones.
Yeah. Yellowfin.
Beautiful.
Sand whiting, summer whiting, a few different names, eh?
Yep.
Righto. I better get my act together, hey?
Yep. 4-0.
Ready when you are, fish. Buckle up. Here we go. 4 rods in the water.
Yep.
Fishing them out, little mouth of a drain. Pretty confident there'll be a fish lurking in the mouth of that drain. We've got 4 yabbies out. We're basically just moving down. Fish for a bit, move down, fish for a bit, cover a bit of area. See if we can find a little patch of whiting.
Oh, on the tap.
Oh.
had a fish on it the whole time.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah, and a whiting at that. Look at that. It swallowed it.
Oh, it has swallowed it.
So, that's still a legal whiting though.
Yep.
Plates everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's, I don't know how big that is, but that's the take you want, where he just gets it like that, doubles it over, does all the work for you. Beautiful soft tip of this rod, the rod just bends over. And then this nice whiting eats it. There we go, have a look at that fella. That one's a cracker.
Mate. Well done.
That's a nice fish, have a look at that.
That's the one.
Prime eating fish, and I think you'd probably be paying $70 a kilo for those guys, so we keep a few in the box and have a nice feed.
Old mates come in, we're on our day. Oh, that's cracking, mate, well done.
And on the ice, look after your catch.
That's going to make me very happy later.
Righto, we've just moved, we're chasing the flow, we've just moved to an area that has a little bit more flow. You can see the water's come off the bank, so the whiting will hopefully be cruising around here feeding. When I'm fishing two rods like this, we've each got a couple of rods, I like to put one rod out the side a bit, and I'll put one rod out the back, and that way we're covering a bit more water, and we'll see if we can find a bit of a trend of where the fish are holding in the water, whether they're in against the bank or out wider. Righto, two fresh yabbies set up, ready to go.
Oh, some good flow too. That's awesome.
Beautiful flow, eh?
The bank's like a foot here.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good take.
Yeah.
That was a nice take, that.
That rod just
Down,
did it
down.
itself, eh?
Yep. Nice soft tip. Fish just eats it.
And we have, oh yes, that's what we want. Come on, buddy. Another beautiful whiting.
Getting a few bites on this one, so we're just watching that rod tip. And that fish will drag it down.
Yep.
Getting more serious.
Got it?
Yep.
That's that.
Got the fish on.
He's on. So we've just got one nice one. Pulled up to a new spot, a little bit more flow, and straight away we're onto two fish.
Oh, no, mine's not the target.
That's a negative one, but we'll take this one.
Lose the point for that one.
Yeah, that's what we're chasing. There you go, mate.
Yeah, that's another nice whiting.
Just a little bit more flow, and keep moving. Every oh, he's on another one. Now he's on. That's better.
Oh.
Yeah, give me that. It's all happening. Oh, what do we got here? Yeah, so like we were saying, we've just worked into a little bit more flow. We were a lot shallower before. Into that about 1.5 meters now.
Oh.
Oh, it's a nice grunter, I think.
I think it's a grunter.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's big enough though, but...
Oh, that's a nice fish too. No, he's alright.
Oh, that was a nice grunter.
Beautiful grunter.
Nice grunter on the yabby. That's everything into yabby, hey there. Definitely a good bait for the estuary for fishing for a variety of species. So there we go, nice little grunter. And that good whiting that Andrew's got there. So found a bit of flow, found a few fish.
Beautiful. One out here, I just dropped another fish.
Sometimes with bait fishing, when it rains it pours, so you got to be ready for it when those fish are biting. Like just then we had that hot run of bites, patch of fish moved through or whatever it might be. So you got to be ready for the mayhem. Nothing more exciting when you've got 4 rods out and 4 stingrays on there.
Oh, you're getting a few little bites there. That's got him.
Yep. Got the camera on my noggin, so I'm trying to watch Andrew's fish as well as my own.
Might be another nice whiting, hopefully.
Swimming in with me at the moment.
Yeah.
Over another one.
Hopefully.
No.
It's a bit big of brim, but
Brim mate. If you wanted to feed a brim, you could probably eat him.
he didn't even eat the hook.
He looks like he's lassoed around in there, doesn't he? Something weird going on.
This week. Yes.
Oh.
Alright. Hopefully that's a whiting. He's got little surges like a whiting.
Certainly went down alright, eh?
Yeah. Running towards the boat.
Oh, Yabby,
Yeah,
yeah.
another nice white. Nice white.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Starting to tick a few over, but that's a beautiful fish. So another beautiful whiting.
Oh, he's in
Hey,
with the
all
Yabby. He's
Yabbies.
looking, he's keen for some more.
That gentle take, eh? Just loaded that rod up really softly. So put him in the esky.
Beautiful rods, these Barbarians. If you are chasing a rod for bait fishing, these things have been built with that nice soft tip, so you can see those bites, and then away they go. Am I getting a bite too? Yep. He's there.
Got him?
Yeah, he was there, yep.
Oh, grunder. Nice. See how soft that was?
Yeah, that's the great thing, hey? Like, for you guys out there, if you're bait fishing with rods with stiff tips, you'll often get tap, 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 and they feel the resistance of the rod.
What we got? Oh, I reckon that's a whiting.
No, Brimbo.
Brimbo?
Oh, he's cranky.
Oh, you're all right, Brimbo.
He's
Oh, that's a good bream.
Tarwine. Yeah, fair Tarwine. He's a fair size Tarwine, but that soft tip then, there we go. That one out there's getting a bite now. Andrew's getting a couple of rattles, so it's that soft tip. The fish don't feel the resistance, so they just keep biting, 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 biting until that rod tip goes down and you fish on. It almost sets the hook itself. That's a nice Tarwine.
It is.
And that's yeah, that's cool. Mixed bag of fish, Tarwine, brim, whiting, grunter. Just that soft tip of the rod doing the work for us. So if you're looking for a bait fishing rod, Barbarian is the name you want to remember. All right, so there we go. We've got a fresh Yabby rigged on this guy here. This is the Barbarian. This is the original Barbarian, which were fantastic rods. We designed them for bait fishing in a range of sizes from 7 foot through to 11'6". And yeah, beautiful build, nice soft tip, very affordable rod. So the Barbarian, and then we step up to the Barbarian Pro. So the Barbarian has that UFR tip, so basically gives it increased strength and lifting power in the tip, while it still has that beautiful soft bait fish tip. And they're a great rod if you're looking value for money. If you're on a tight budget and you're looking for a bait combo, that Barbarian paired up with that Okuma jaw is a great rod and reel combo, and it's very, very affordable. We've added the Barbarian Pro to the range. It has Sea Guide guides, so a bit flasher guides on there, a bit flasher in the build with those tapered grips and the reel seat and that sort of thing on here, which reduces weight. And you can see the white tip on the Barbarian, the light blue tip on the Barbarian Pro, but both beautiful rods. And the upgraded Barbarian Pro is in some of the key models in that range as well, from that 7 foot through to a 10'6". So yeah, definitely magic bait rods. Andrew's getting a touch on that longer rod. That's the 9 foot. People sometimes balk at 9 foot rods in the boat, but they're beautiful because you've got that nice soft tip that the fish don't feel the resistance and they just eat your bait, which is what you want. You can see there, yep, he just got that bait into him. So he was tapping, 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 then he got a bit more serious.
Here he comes. Oh, he's taken off.
Whoa, what do we got here? Big grunter.
Maybe Reggie Ray.
Stingray.
Feels like a stingray.
We've battled some big rays on these rods as well. They hold up, no problem. I might clear a couple out of your way, eh?
Should be able to bring it around.
You alright? I lost me yab on this one anyway. Where's he going, mate?
Oh.
He's gone. Pop him off. Old Johnny Ray. The other thing with that soft tip is if you're not paying attention, it gives that fish a bit of room to bounce things around without losing it.
Oh,
And I probably wouldn't have caught that cracker whiting if I had a stiff rod out there.
That is awesome.
That stiff rod wouldn't have given that fish enough line to get that hook into it. And then I just look around, it's bouncing up and down because this guy's taken the bait, it's hooked him, and away we go. Nice whiting for the box.
That's a cracker. What did we get there, Grunt?
anchoring up, pulling the anchor up.
Normally a lot quieter, but
Yeah, that is a good tip though. It's a good idea to pull the anchor up real quiet. Like you know, a lot of people bang, 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 but that anchor can chase the fish away. So when I drop that back down again, I'll be pretty quiet, lowering that into the water.
I like to use the electric. We're just going to shoot down maybe, what, 50, 100 metres? And see how we go there.
Yeah, just slowly working our way down the creek. So we've got we're just anchoring. We've got a few metres of anchor rope out. We're only fishing the shallows and we're just basically moving down the bank. We'll anchor again. Andrew's using the electric for a bit of stealth as we move down the bank. And then we'll just lower that anchor quietly into the water so that we don't spook the fish that are around the area. And hopefully as we move spot like we have, we've moved, we've caught a few fish, moved, caught a few fish, and hopefully we can find that patch of big whiting, fingers crossed. He looks like my setup. He's got the lot in there, jig heads and all. Hey! Oh, that was wild. I love those ones, eh?
That was
Absolute screamer.
That was a screamer. That's the one I wanted. Jeez,
Oh, he did.
set me out of the boat.
Yeah, you got to watch those rods when you're fishing yabbies. Fish just smash them and go. That rod was nearly out, eh? The reel's always good for stopping your rod flying out of the boat, though.
Yeah. That was the start of the whiting that I wanted.
Oh, that was screamer. Hopefully he's still interested.
Yeah. Obviously didn't feel the hook.
Yeah, he nearly pulled the bloody rod out. That was epic.
That was cool, eh? This rod's been getting, I don't know, maybe just positioning. Seems to be getting more bites from me.
Yeah, I know, straight out of the back of the boat I think we've had the most action. Hey, I know you got that one whiting before up there, and I got something out wide before, maybe the grunter, but yeah, the bulk of the action. And you know what I think it is sometimes, like you know, you wind in, you throw a half yabby over. You wind in, you throw, you know, like the
it's just floating down.
burley trail.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a screamer. Oh, come on.
Yep. Oh,
Get
I
him?
did it again. You done me again. Might be a few sitting on the back of this shallow bank here.
Yeah. Hopefully this guy comes back. Jeez, that was a solid hit. He's back. Are you gonna be big or are you gonna be little? You're gonna be big or you're gonna be little? Had a good hit there, but I left it there just in case he'd left enough bait, and he had, so that was a good thing.
Nice whiting, please.
Yep,
Yes,
get in there, get in there.
Beautiful.
That is a nice whiting. So
that makes me happy.
you can see there that fish, it took a big down. I missed the big down, so I left it out there because there was probably still half a yabby on, and so he's come back and he's cleaned up that other half a yabby. So that's excellent. It's a nice summer whiting, beautiful.
And with that fresh move, making that move just then.
Yep.
New spot.
New spot, fish on.
Yep.
Just keep moving with that tide dropping out. We're slowly just working our way out of the creek. That guy's biting me.
Oh, here on here. Just had another.
Yeah, a lot of people think when you're bait fishing, you just pull up somewhere, bait and wait. But you know, it's all about still, you know, thinking like you're hunting. So we're moving, we're finding flow, we're finding structure. Like here, it looks like a bank drops it down into a bit deeper water. So we're still actively searching and looking for where the fish will be and why is the reason they would be holding in this area, and then we're anchoring up and we're getting those baits out there.
Oh, got him. Get him.
Oh, I went a bit early, I think, getting too carried away. He didn't feel decent like that one.
Yep.
Got him. He's giving you a bit.
I was watching that.
He's giving you a bit of grief, that one. He's had a couple of goes, eh? Whiting?
Feels like it, but. Yep. Oh,
Yeah, nice, beautiful.
Now we're talking. I'm trying to finish my oat bar, and this guy's come along.
Always. As soon as you pick up your sandwich or something to eat, be ready for your rod to go.
Right, that's exactly what we're chasing.
Nice summary.
And we're not going to take too many, maybe up to a dozen, and that'll be a really good feed.
Yeah, beautiful. Big grunter.
It could be. Come through. He come through really quickly and hit that, but he's...
We missed that take on the camera, but that was an absolute screamer of a take.
We're hoping it's not a... Oh, I don't think it is a stingray.
Feels fishy the way it's behaving.
Yeah, he's... Oh, look at that.
Might be a nice grunter or something.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful grunter.
Big grunter.
Fish tacos tonight.
You gonna net him?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. That's a great fish. We're just on the slack tide and we were hoping for one of these. That's an awesome grunter. Gee, he's taking that. Come on, buddy. It's slippery.
Got some nice gill rakers on them, man. You got to watch too on those guys, hey? That is a nice handful of fish. That is a solid grunter. Have a look at that guy.
Look at that. Beautiful. He absolutely belted that. I was lucky to grab the rod before it went in the drink. But beautiful. Oh.
Hard to beat yabbies. Nice fresh bait gathered in the area where you're fishing. Catch all sorts of species. We've got whiting, brim, grunter, tarwine. Oh yep, and I'm on.
I'll swap
There we go.
Justin's turn.
I had a bite, so I had the rod in my other hand. Oh, it doesn't feel real big. Maybe I don't want this one. Oh, little Mosesy. I'll get him sorted and back in the water.
Well done.
Good fun.
There we go. Beautiful fish.
So we're fishing two different combos that you can see here. So this is the original Barbarian rod and this is the new Barbarian Pro. Both excellent combos for bait fishing. If you're on a tight budget, this is a great combo here, the Barbarian Pro, and that's with an Okuma jaw on there loaded with Platypus pulse mono. The upgrade that I'm doing now is I'm upgrading to the Barbarian Pro, which has been really cool. We designed that Barbarian with those beautiful soft tip actions for bait fishing, and that Barbarian Pro we've stepped up in terms of, we've gone from standard guides to sea guide guides, nice tapered grips and that skeleton style reel seat to give it that reduced weight, and still got those beautiful actions, but those sea guide guides on there as well, and that's just in a few of the key models. So the Barbarian runs in a 7-foot through to an 11-foot 6, and the Barbarian Pro in that 7-foot through to a 10-foot 6. So beautiful rods for bait fishing, for blackfish fishing as well, but you know, perfect for whiting and brim and all those sorts of things. The, you know, tight budget, stick with that Barbarian, standard Barbarian with that jaw. If you want to step up, that Barbarian Pro with that Epixor XT is a great combo, loaded with that Platypus mono. And you've seen today we haven't had tangles or issues or anything like that with the line. Doesn't come off there like a slinky because it's that Platypus pulse, beautiful Aussie made quality mono. So one thing that you will see on these rods is UFR written on the rods. That's unidirectional fiber reinforcement, which is in the tip of the rod, and it's basically long strands of fiber that run in the tip of the rod that give it additional strength and lifting power. So it's still got that nice soft bait fishing tip, but it gives it about 3 times the standard strength and lifting power of a standard rod blank. So it's beautiful for those that are just getting into fishing and that sort of thing. You're less likely to break tips and that on your rod because you've got that UFR technology built into the tip, but still got that nice sensitive action. So there you go, folks, a fun little session flicking some yabbies on those Barbarian rods, the Barbarian and the Barbarian Pro. If you love your bait fishing, make sure you check out those rods. Affordable and beautiful actions built for bait fishing. Nice to get this bloke out from behind the camera and get out and have a fun little bait session on the water. Yep. Mate, same way we grew up, you know, drowning a few yabbies and catching a mixed bag of fish for a feed. Yep. Get out there, get stuck into them, fish on.